Greetings, cyberspace. It is I, Terracin, your favorite cyber bitch here, and again, blessed Yule. I had a good Christmas, Yule, whatever the hell you believe today. And so let me go ahead and get into my guests with me. We have an American Celt, my baby brother.
Heyo.
I don't know who you're calling a hoe, but it sure as fuck ain't me. Then we have
Oh, that's Scooby.
Mr. B.
Happy Yule, sweetheart. And to bury dead bodies everywhere to everybody else.
And of course, we have Queenie, the Dick Doxer.
Dick Doxer.
Hi.
You really should just change your YouTube name to that.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
we can make it look all mimetic and crack like and shit like that.
Nah, I'm good.
So, for Christmas, I got, you're going to love this, Puddin', and I'm bringing them with me. I got Harley Quinn pajama pants.
That's awesome.
Puddin'. Puddin'.
Burnside.
Heinrich.
Sorry, technical difficulties. This microphone I have, it has if I nudge it too hard, this thing goes all the way up and it stops working. So I had to adjust this thing just right because I almost tripped over my own fat feet reaching for another one of those Snickers.
Tell you what, I'll go and make sure you have a link to the headset you need to get.
All right, cool. Much appreciated.
Because it's the exact same set as mine.
Okay. Because, I mean, this thing works, but it's like, you know, if I click it up, it's like, hello, hello, hello.
But I got Harley Quinn pajama pants.
Oh, cool!
Yes. I also got a Jack Skellington onesie.
Oh, that's cool.
I
got a coffee maker. I'm so happy I got a coffee maker.
I did too. It's used, but I got it. And I got an air fryer.
Nice. I didn't get an air fryer. I got a, well, I've kind of had it for a few days, but it was more or less an early Christmas gift. I got a cappuccino maker, which doesn't work well at all because all of my coffee cups are big as fuck.
Well, you're going to have to learn how to make me pumpkin spice lattes.
Sure. Just sing the socialist anthem with a cup in your hand. It's guaranteed to work 3 out of 10 times.
Puddin', how about I just give you morning head and then you go make it for me?
I don't do that pumpkin spice thing. I'm a capitalist woman.
I'm not telling you to drink it. I'm telling you to make it for me.
Same difference.
No, it's not.
I think he doesn't want to make it out of pride.
I don't give a flying fuck what he wants to do. I'm the one with the mallet. And I'm the one with the body parts he wants to screw. And I heard thump. Puddin', I think you knocked your microphone again.
Yeah, I did. Oh, trust me. Okay, so we got this inside joke.
Burnside, no pussy for you for a week if you don't make her pumpkin spice latte.
I don't work with socialism. If she wants one that bad, I'll take her to the nearest communist commune, I mean Starbucks, and I'll go and pay to get her one. That's the best compromise I'll make.
But you do love her, right?
Yeah, why else would I go to a Starbucks?
No. Do you love her enough to make her pumpkin spice latte?
If all of the Starbuckses randomly, for no reason whatsoever, combust into explosions, then yes, because then there will be nowhere else to make pumpkin spice.
Okay, Burnside.
Sounds like there's no golden apple in the world that can get him to do it.
Well, the only person that's going to know that you make her pumpkin spice lattes is her.
You really think she's going to keep it quiet about it after how much trouble he's giving her?
Well, look, okay. There's this thing called beating a socialist or a communist or whatever the hell quadrumendered fucking whatever fifi thing they are. Now, I can go and give them money
Painting a shrew.
and order them like a dictator to make the most communist, sweetest, loving pumpkin spice for my beloved, and I will beat them lawfully, as I can, because, they like, federally enforced peace and all that shit. And I can beat them until they make the most perfect pumpkin spice. Because just like communism, a real pumpkin spice hasn't been tried yet. So I will beat them until they make the right fucking one that pleases my dearest heart.
And this is why I love you.
See? Why make it myself?
Because he
I can
promises
keep
violence.
bastards to... Of course, violence. Violence is usually the answer.
Oh, and
No,
baby brother,
violence is the question. Sometimes the answer is yes.
baby brother, tomorrow we're going to Crystal's, and you're getting me a pumpkin milkshake. It is now tradition.
What's now tradition?
Have I only done that once?
No, you did it several times when I was up there visiting you.
No, I've only gotten you a milkshake once.
No, several times.
Oh, no, the other one had peanut butter. I've only gotten you one pumpkin milkshake once.
It is now tradition, damn it.
You know how you get out of this? You tell her you'll take over Starbucks and beat them until they make the right one.
Yeah, but Starbucks doesn't make milkshakes. Crystal's has the pumpkin milkshake.
What is this thing you speak of?
Think of White Castle, but Southernized.
Ew. So it's a General Lee's food store. Noted.
No, it's like White Castle. They even have the sliders and everything.
So do they call it Grey Castle?
No,
Well,
it's called Crystal.
Crystal's in Chicago or Chirac?
Nope, we do not have a...
No, they have White Castle up there.
I think there's a White Castle in Alabama somewhere. I've been to one.
I've had their burgers frozen from Publix. It doesn't make a difference to me. It tastes like fucking Crystals.
They might be owned by the same company. Like, you know
Like
how
Carl's
Hardee's
Jr.
here and Carl's Jr. on the West Coast?
And then there's also we have Checkers, whereas other places it's Rallies, or there's another one for it. I think they also no, they don't own Sonic, but Sonic is owned by another company.
Oh, you guys have Checkers over by you guys?
Hell yeah.
Nice. Can you go into one without getting shot?
Yeah.
Or looked at like, why are white...
Well, here you don't go into Checkers. You drive through.
They have a walk-up window, and they have like little tables, picnic tables outside.
Walk-up window?
Yeah, you can walk up to it. You can park your car and walk up to the window. Or you can go through the drive-through.
This is a foreign thing to me. I'm not used to there being a thing called a walk-up window. I'm used to people trying to do that through a drive-through. They get looked at funny and they get told.
No, they have...
I saw that with no bodies hitting the floor is a foreign thing to you there.
There are a lot of strange things.
Just like here in North Carolina, there is it's called Circus Hall of Cream. There's only one of them. It's a little hole in the wall. They have a drive-through, and then they have a walk-up window, and you park your car. They have this, and let me tell you something, they have the best damn barbecue there. Because they get their barbecue from, it's called the Barbecue Pit, the company where they get it from, and then they, add their own spices and stuff there. Let me tell you something. That's the only Circus Hall of Cream in the whole state of North Carolina.
Here you go. This is what our Checkers look like. Not this nice, but very similar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got the same thing here.
I mean, this right here. I hate it when it jumps. This was the original design, and this is actually what one of ours looks like. Only it's not green. It's the Checkers colors.
Yeah, it's red, white, and black.
Cool. I like that. Red, white, and black. One of my favorite color patterns.
This is actually more accurate.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a couple of those, although they're in the not so nice neighborhoods.
We don't have this. This is nice.
Oh, I mean, it's not that they're nice, or not
This is
nice
one of the ones
looking.
you can actually go into.
No, I've got one of those. I haven't walked into it because it's in one of the hoods, so it's like, I don't know. I think I'll just go to the Burger King, Popeyes. Popeyes is,
Apparently, a car fell into a sinkhole in a parking lot.
oh my
Oh.
god, that's funny.
That happens here. Actually, this is in Ocala, Florida.
Oh,
That's-
y'all haven't heard about the big sinkhole here that happened. Oh, let me look it up. It swallowed this man's brand new Corvette when it happened. And when they pulled his Corvette out, there was nothing
All right,
left.
this is actually a map of Gainesville.
Oh, cool.
Checkers is right over here. That's 39th. This is 13th. Yeah, Checkers is right here. Right here. See where see the Golden Arch? It's right next door to it.
Oh, okay. I got it. Right underneath there.
Yeah, in between the Golden Arch and Checkers is an AutoZone.
Autos.
This right here used to be Walmart. This used to be Sam's. Over here is where I go to do my crafting shopping because it's a Dollar Tree.
Yeah,
And
but
Dollar Tree is your friend. I actually used to live.
oh no! Do you want them to know?
I don't give a flying fuck.
Okay.
I used to live over in this subdivision right in here.
Dun dun dun! They're going to send Antifa to your doorstep to violently
Oh boy!
and masturbate.
Oh boy! This is actually a spot from the Checkers in town.
Oh, snazzy looking.
And
Missing
then,
bullet holes though. Oh wait, no, that's yours are in nice areas. Sorry.
then we had another, I'll put it in the side chat. Then we had another sinkhole open up at our local mall. But the one that was made famous, swallowing the man's Corvette, I'll put it in the side chat of our hangout here. It took them 9 years they just filled up the whole.
Oh, here's one of our this one is a picture from Tampa, Florida, but ours they do have the lights on theirs. We have 2 Checkers in town. We used to have 3. We also have Steak and Shake.
We need to get one of those here. They keep saying that they're going to get one. They have advertisements on TV for it. But we haven't got one yet. I've been to a Steak and Shake. The one outside of Vegas.
This one is this one's out in Alachua. Oh no, this is on University. This is actually the one that's on 13th. Because that's the AutoZone right there. So I've been to this one. We used to have 3, but one of them got torn down. There's the Taco Bell, McDonald's. We don't have a Shark's Chicken in Gainesville. I don't know where the fuck that's from. That one's in Michigan. Here's Jacksonville. That one's Ocala. Alright, so Steak and Shake.
Whenever the time is right, I would like to make a statement to somebody.
Go ahead.
If they are listening, I just want to apologize. I am sorry for what I said to you in our DMs. I don't want to break up. I was on a live stream on Mad Dodge's channel. I got dogpiled. I took it like a champ. And after I got off, I left the call. I I broke down. I started crying, and then I messaged you, and told you, I love you, and I love you, but I wanted to break up, and I was just talking out of my ass. I know I made a promise that I wouldn't do this again, and I did, and I'm sorry. So if you are listening, like, all I want you, I understand that you're pissed off and you're upset. Like I said, I understand, but I just need you to talk to me. Like, it's hard for me to sit there and say, I need you. I need to talk to you. Like, it's hard for me. I know I'm not the easiest person to love. But I'm trying to find a way to make that happen. I push people away because I've learned to live without, I've learned to live without attachments. And, like, I just want somebody to, not give up on me. And even when I'm being a complete fucking idiot, like, I just want you to know that I do love you and I do want to be with you. And, I will wait for you as long as possible, like, until, you decide to contact me or read my messages that I sent you. Yeah, I spammed you. I know I need to give you time, but I hope you are listening. And yeah, you need to check your messages on Facebook. I've messaged, your phone number from Skype. I've tried to call you, because I don't want to break up and I don't want to give up. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Pretty heartfelt, Sarah.
Thank you.
This is our original Steak and Shake here in town.
Snazzy.
And
Looks
then
like 50s.
we actually ended up having murders at our Steak and Shake.
Damn, was the steak that fucking good? They had to murder each other over it?
Apparently, one of the brothers killed the other brother, but he locked the hostages into the freezer and shot one woman in the head. But luckily, the freezer was so cold when she fell over, it literally froze that area of her head, so she didn't bleed to death, and she was actually able to walk out. But that location lost so much business because people weren't wanting to eat there with it having, had a murder there. And so they tore it down and rebuilt it. This is it now.
Oops.
But yeah. No, I think that's the other brother that did the shooting. But this is what it looks like now. They tore it down and rebuilt it.
Not bad.
My dad used to make jokes that there were that they served brain burgers. But their burgers are pretty good. I tell them no lettuce, no tomato. Their fries are okay. They used to have these stick fries that I fucking hate. And they do wear those uniforms.
Cool.
And their shakes are awesome. So are their chicken sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
And let's see, what else do we have? We have 2 Steak and Shakes in town. This is the second location.
Huh, not bad.
And of course, we have a Sonic's. We had 2, but the other one closed down. It just didn't get enough business. This one closed for a little while, and then it opened back up.
I would like to work at Sonic because I like roller skating, and but roller skating on.
For some reason, I have a bunch of cars. I typed in Sonic.
Oh, Chevrolet Sonic, I think it is. Yes.
But their burgers are pretty good.
Oh yeah, their burgers and their hot dogs. I mean, I didn't expect them to be in the hood and actually make some good Chicago styles, but actually it's a pretty good Chicago style.
So, did anyone hear about the tsunami over in some fucking remote islands?
Mm-mm.
There was a band. They were, they have tsunami warnings and everything like that, but apparently what ended up happening is the site of a volcano literally fell off and landed in the ocean. And
What?
yeah, and even if their warnings had gone off, they would have had very minimum time to do anything. And so they were doing a festival, or maybe it was a Christmas festival, who knows, but they had a band on stage, and when the tsunami hit, it wiped the entire band straight off stage.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
That's one way to do a stage dive.
Well, I
You think
looked,
they were filming Wipeout?
I hollered to my brother. I go, Chunky Monkey. He's what? I was like, there's an island that got hit by a tsunami. We just have to wait for the water to recede. It's uninhabited now.
Well, Burnside, you said that like you were kind of baffled that the side of the volcano fell off.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
I
heard of that
remember.
happening.
Well, I remember when Mount St. Helens blew. The explosion was so uh like not horrific, but like so huge, massive. Thank you. So massive that it blew half of the mountain side of the mountain off.
So that's what everyone tweaks out about Mount St.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's been inactive since then. So, and they're worried about that again. It's like I would love to. I think volcanoes are beautiful. Like I would love to see one just erupt and just watching the lava and stuff like this. Just it's magnificent. I think it's beautiful. Like I don't want to be living near one like what just happened recently over the summer. Uh, that happened in Hawaii, but I would just love to see like get close, like not too close, but just see lava in real life. Like I just think volcanoes are beautiful. And it's just
Well, you know what you
fascinating.
could do is you get one of those high-tech drones when one's going off and just, fly it from a safe distance close enough to it. Just go, ooh, lava and people screaming and running. Cool.
No, like I actually want to get close enough to the lava, but not like too close because that shit's hot, like extremely hot.
Oh, yeah, it'll kill you.
But just to see lava, like that would be just fascinating. It's just fascinating. I know
But
that was fucking weird.
I was like, so they have tsunami warnings. My uncle's like, yeah. I was like, so how do they, how are they constantly prepared for that? Do they walk around with, these little packages of pull the string and automatically you get an inflatable raft? What the fuck? My aunt just starts busting out laughing. She's like, all I can see is everyone walking around with their raft or their fucking rubber ducky.
No, like, and then how you know how they know when a tsunami's coming is because anytime after an earthquake, the water starts receding and it pulls it like it's the I guess you could say the magnetic force or of the tectonic plates, like the shit's moving, and it like pulls it back. It's receding, and then it just causes a big tsunami. But like that's how they know, like anytime there's an earthquake or something massive, like a volcano falling into the ocean, it's just the water starts receding. But that would be the one thing. Like I've been in hurricanes, tornadoes, shit like that, and earthquakes. Um, I would not want to be in a tsunami. That's one of my fears. Drowning, like, because that's a slow, painful death.
Oh, that does definitely suck.
Yeah, I have a fear of being buried alive. tight spaces. Like I'm claustrophobic, drowning, and burning alive. Like those are my fears. I mean, yeah, besides spiders, but like if I'm going to die, those are not one of the 4 ways that I want to die.
All right.
So no tsunami, huh?
No tsunami. I don't want to. No, I'm good.
No, it's not. No tsunami. It's tsunami.
Mm-mm. I mean, I have almost drowned being out in the ocean, and I got sucked out, and I even though I know how to swim, I learned how to swim when I was a kid. Like I took swimming lessons, but I got pulled out by the tide, and I finally, I got back to shore, but I did almost drown because the waves just kept crashing and just.
Just kept burying you every time you kept trying to swim up, huh?
Mm-hmm. And the number one thing that kills people when they're either like pulled out to sea or they're drowning is they start panicking. And that's what that's one thing I didn't start panicking, but I did make it back to shore because you're supposed to swim parallel to the shore and then trying to make your way back, and I did. Yeah.
Hey, at least you knew what to do.
But I have saved somebody from drowning. This is back when I was a kid. I was probably about 10, 11 years old. Those drainers at the bottom of the pool, like in the deep end?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This girl's hair, we were at a public swimming pool called Longview Swimming Pool, which is no longer there. Her hair got caught in the drainer in 12-foot deep water. And I saw her and I dove in and I swam down and I was trying to pull her hair. Yeah. The amount of suction those things have. Yeah. There's no way. I had to cut her hair.
Damn.
And I got her up. And I saved her life.
Awesome. It's cool.
And I have a irrational fear of drainers, like the round ones, the big square ones. Yeah, I don't like those. Like if I was to be pushed in a pool near, like with one of those near there, when I get out of that pool, I'm going to beat somebody's ass. But now the bars, that don't bother me. It's just the round ones and the big square ones. But they made it, the U.S. Product Safety Commission, this little girl got eviscerated. She sat on one of those in the kiddie pool and it sucked her intestines out through her rectum.
Whoa!
And now they have really strict rules, rules and regulations. They have to be anti-vortex. They have to be the spacing, on the drain cover, have to be so small that enough to filter the water through, but not enough that anything where hair or jewelry or anything can be caught.
This happened in a kiddie pool?
Yes, this happened in a kiddie pool.
This also happened on a cruise ship, on one of those toilets. That was that lady's ass was big enough around that it formed a perfect seal when she flushed.
What? Are you kidding me?
Left her intestines down almost. She survived.
This little girl ended up
Talk about
dying.
shitting your guts out.
She had to have a
Yeah.
total of 21 surgeries to repair her intestines and everything. They made it to surgery number 17, I believe, and she died from complications from her intestines getting sucked out by a pool drainer. But if you look up pool drain accidents, the it's horrific. Like you see people like there's one time I saw this image of this kid, his stomach or his abdomen area. Uh, it showed the outline of the drain cover, and you could see the blood pool where it had pulled to the skin. Yeah, and they also showed in this video, those hoppity hops, those things that you sit on, as we played with as a kid. You sit on it. It's like a big ball and it has this handle on it, and you
Yeah, I
hop
know what
on
you're
it.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, they took that, and there's a drain uh, uh, in the shallow end, and they took four 200-pound plus men, like muscular, and this was just a video that they made to show what can happen. They took the drain cover off, turned the drainer on, and it sucked this hoppity hop to the drain. And all four of these men tried their damnedest to pull this thing off of there, and they couldn't. That shows you how much suction, how much force that pump has. So that's why it has to be now. If anything does get caught in it or whatever, it has to be anti-vortex. So it will shut off and it will release. Yeah, I have a irrational fear of pool drains.
That's not irrational.
No, she said rational. She has rational.
No, well, however you say it, rational or irrational fear. Like
Irrational fear means that there's no true meaning behind it. Like, I have an irrational fear of midgets.
Oh, okay.
So if your fear is if you're afraid of something for a logical reason, like what you explained, that is a rational fear.
Okay. All right.
So you have a rational fear of
Pool drain. Yes.
I've drowned twice, so I have a rational fear of water.
Yep. Don't worry, buddy. We got your back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I was just kind of following your line of it. Like, not irrational. That's actually quite rational.
Okay. But yeah. But you know what? There's no phobia. There's no name for that. Like a phobia. You know how like arachnophobia means the fear of spiders, but they don't have a phobia like the fear of pool drainers.
It's
Brain
Queen
full
Dick
of
Doctor
phobia?
syndrome.
Queen the Dick Doctor syndrome. No, my name should be Queen. I fuck up and ruin fucking relationships that I'm trying to.
No. You're just Queenie
Oh,
the Dick
gosh,
Doctor.
gosh. Don't be that grumpy. Shit happens. You get used to
Yeah.
it, or you have a psychotic episode. Just like
Shit, when my ex-fiance came back into my life, I called up Burnside and I was like, my ex-fiance's back in my life. I still love him. I want to try and see if he wants to do anything. And he was like, okay, call me back if he says no. That was literally what he said.
Wow.
pretty much. Yeah, I wasn't worried about it. I was like, okay.
Well, he understood. I told him that was probably the one person, and at the time I was like, I'll probably never hear from him. And like 2 weeks later, I hear from him. That would I would probably ever break up with him for.
No, I love Sean and he knows I love him. Like the thing is, I made a promise to him that I wouldn't do this shit again, and like when I told him that, it had nothing to do with him. It wasn't. Yeah, y'all know my track history with the guys that I've dated or met online, and yeah, we all know that. Okay, so I'm still skeptical, and like I'm working on that. This is this didn't happen overnight. And then this is also stems from my past relationships, being abused and like not
Right.
just
A
not just
regular issue.
right. And it's like it's not, this shit didn't happen overnight, and it's not going to end overnight. Like, I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress, and I'm going to have fuck ups. Okay. I'm going, I'm going to, what's the relapse, as you could say, like, and I've made it clear, like, dude, you got to be patient with me. Okay. I'm trying to love like I've never been hurt before. And I've tried to make him like understand, like, this is how you know that somebody is truly damaged when you try to love them and show them, like, how they're supposed to be treated, how they're supposed to be loved. You don't know how to react. And and I don't let people get close to me, and the people that are close to me have never fucked me over. I'm not saying that Sean would do that, because he hasn't. He's as far as I know, since I met him like 7 months ago, I believe. No, it's been longer than that. We've known each other longer than that. It's been almost a year. He's never fucked me over. He's always been there. He's never lied to me, as far as I know. And it's like, yeah, like I fucked up and I broke the promise, but at the same time, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I said something that I don't know why I said it. Like, besides the shit that happened on that stream, and I want him to understand. Like, look, I don't want to break up. I want to be with you. I want to make this work, because we're going to have ups and downs.
We're not talking about the tribbles right now.
Exactly. No, we're not talking about tribbles. Like, this is something that, well, I would say it stemmed from that with the tribbles, but, and I hurt the one person besides, like, the people that I stream with on in this hangout, you know, including Scooby. Like, I love these people on this hangout, because I consider these my friends. They're like family to me. But after having trouble with the tribbles, I hurt the one person that I fucking love more than life itself because of that bullshit. And I know it's not fair, and it's no excuse. But I'm just like, it's just been like, yesterday was just one fucking bad day. Like, me and mom were fucking arguing. That shit happened, and then today has just been one hell of a day too, because when I woke up, guys, the guy that raped me as a kid, my mom was talking to his parents, and me and my mom already thought about this, and she still doesn't believe me to this day that it happened, but she was talking on the phone with them, and that just ruined my whole fucking day. Like, it made me sick. But like, so the last 24 hours and today has just been really, really bad. Yeah. Anyways, on a lighter note, anybody else want to take over? I
also got a really nice fish filleting knife for Christmas.
Nice.
Puddin', what'd you get? Puddin', your microphone.
I got a knife.
Yeah, my brother got a knife.
A knife. I got a jacket. It's purple because it's my favorite color. I got shampoo, salon shampoo, and I got some earrings. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of earrings. and a new pair of shoes.
Oh my God, shoes.
Oh yeah, I love shoes. But you know what? I really, I don't like. I love shoes, but if I don't have the money to buy them, I don't get them. Like, but if I did have money like that, like, oh yeah, I would have fucking tons of shoes. I mean, I would love to learn. Like, I can wear heels, but it has to be a certain size of heel. But some of the like stilettos or really high heels, like I've seen, like, oh my God, I wish I could wear those. Because I've seen some really beautiful and cute ones. It's like, damn, I just wish I could endure that pain. Like they say, beauty, yeah, beauty is
Beauty is
pain.
pain. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Maybe when I lose the weight and get down to a healthier size, and I will be able to train myself how to wear high heels because I really want to have high heels, for certain outfits or for certain reasons, as I should say.
You just want to do the heels to look all sexified.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to keep your man happy.
My man's happy regardless of what I wear.
Well, yeah, that too, but like, yeah, for the most part, I keep Sean happy, but like to spice it up, like, you know, and I like, but if I wasn't doing that, not the naughty things, in, uh, like if I have a
These
dress or
new black
something,
shoes are on the couch where you're sitting.
I want a certain pair of heels to go with that outfit because I'm very color coordinated or like coordinated, like either the color or you know if it has a pattern on it, like on my shoes, and it has the same color, like, yeah, I coordinate. I'm just a little OCD. It has to, everything has to be perfect, or at least match. Okay. Burnside, you still here? Tara's baby brother, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Tara's muted, so and Burnside, I guess your mic's off again. So yeah. Uh but I do need to get back out to California to get my shit from my sister, like where I moved out of my apartment, and and I did have it in a storage facility, but like I got tired of paying that, and she has uh the room to store it because she has a garage. Uh, well, she has her garage, but is a carport, but then she has a storage building on where she rents. So I need to get back out to California to get my shit, so I can have rest of my clothes, rest of my shoes that I do have, and my uh my cosmetology stuff, like my shears and everything, my doll heads, my kits, everything, and my pots and pans and crock pots and shit I cannot replace. Well, I can replace, but I don't have the financial, you know, to replace everything at the moment. Like I do have money, like, but not like that.
Puddin', are you there? I'm gonna kill him.
Is Scoobykins still coming?
Last I knew.
I'll message him.
I was gonna say I'm about to message him too. Let's both tag team him.
All right.
They're probably under all this stuff. We look under here too.
I put you still coming on the stream. We miss you and we need our Scooby. Regardless of what anybody says, you know, Scooby, you, Tara, Burnside, Tara's baby brother, Irving, Pox, National Libertarian, Rich at Art, Bartender the next 6 minutes. Who else streams with us? Your boy Pat, But the normal regulars that are on here, like, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Y'all are good people. You're decent people. And y'all have more heart in one ass cheek than they do in their entire body.
Ignore the tribbles.
Oh, I'm not looking at chat. I'm just speaking in general. Like,
Puddin', you back yet? I swear I'm gonna call him.
your brother says there's nobody in the chat. Wow, for once. Oh, I better not say that too loud because they'll.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I've been yelling at you.
sorry. Long story short.
You went to go get more food.
No, not that. No. Other roommates playing the fractured butthole, and he just started out of nowhere, starts screaming, "It's the revenge of spontaneous booty!" And I'm like, what the fuck's made a good laugh about that for a while. They literally did Cabin in the Woods with spontaneous booty. It's fucking hysterical.
So what'd you get for Yule?
Oh, I got a good chunk of cash. A real good chunk of cash.
Good. Is it enough to pay for my flight?
Quite possibly after I get some bills out of it. We'll see. It's a possibility. Not gonna lie. We're gonna see what goes on. But yeah, if we got enough to take care of some bills and set some money aside for that.
I mean, if we can pay for those tickets in advance, that'd be best.
I know.
And then I don't have to worry that we have to put it off and then, I'd have to kill people.
Yeah, no. Well, I'll let you know. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. But yeah, long story short, for those of you who not pay attention to the South Park games, there is this super boss in the game that you cannot kill and only run from. That is spontaneous booty. Do not want to get caught between her butt cheeks. She will kill you. One hit kill. Nothing can prevent it. Nothing. Except running like a motherfucker. Yeah. Literally.
Interesting.
There is nothing that can defeat those massively, horrendously vile black butt cheeks. For other people that want to read about social justice, you can take as much social justice as you want between those cheeks, because there's nothing. Even if you make your character OP, you ain't stopping spontaneous butte.
Oh,
Unless
so
you can somehow.
So she's kind of like the homunculi from like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I dare say spontaneous butte is more powerful than those fuckers. Those things you can at least kill. You can kill the homunculi. It takes a lot of fucking effort, but you can kill them. Spontaneous butte, nope. You can run, and you can run, and you can run some more. Those are your options. Well, yeah, you could die from massive black butt cheeks, but naturally when I play a game, dying is normally not an option. It's not my thing.
Just use Kenny. His power is that he can't die permanently.
Well, naturally, no, you can't die permanently. I mean, you can revive your character, but
well, no, they made a joke about like how they explain how they keep killing him off and he keeps coming back. Is that he's doomed to die violently, only to be reborn in his ashes like a phoenix.
I get you're talking about Kenny. Yep.
Those butt cheeks going. Boing, boing.
All right, so my brother made this for me. It's Brad Williams.
I'm sorry. I think midgets are cute. Like I just want to like midgets. I just want to pick them up.
I like Brad Williams. I was actually kind of depressed when I found out he got married. But in this clip, he's like, I'm not like mad all the time, and I'm not running around saying I'm a midget. He says it so fucking fast. And that's what he's saying as he's running along is, I'm a midget.
I think midgets are cute. Like, you just want to pick them, like me, I just want to pick them up and it's like, oh, you're so cute. Like, I just think midgets are cute.
See, I got to play that again.
I'm a midget.
Yeah, you're just so cute.
I'm actually envious of this bastard because he's married to an Asian woman.
He is adorable. He is so
and apparently she's also a black belt and can actually kick his ass across the room.
And
there's a lot of men that would pay good money for that.
And my brother, he regretted introducing me to Brad Williams because he has this one part of his show where he's like, and you men, you guys got to learn how to grab a woman by the hair. And I'm like,
I'm going to plead the fifth on this.
No, you don't understand. There's more to that story.
And he turns around and he starts running his hand up the back of his head, and like he's going through the hair, and then puts a fist, and he goes, and this is how you hold on. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm going, yes.
Oh my.
And I was like, I am learning things I did not want to know about you. I did not think I was going to know about you.
Well, these things
kind of that your sister likes
buddy.
To be dominated. There ain't nothing wrong with the women want shit.
Giggity.
Okay, you sound like you're Florida with something like that.
There's only one place I like to be dominated, and that's in the bedroom. I'm just saying. But there's only there's going to be one person that'll do that. Just saying, that's Sean. Him and only him.
Giggity.
If we get over this little hump.
Oh, you'll get over it.
I hope so. I really, really hope so.
Be optimistic. You're always so down hanging out with us and stuff. It's gonna get better, buddy. Gonna get better. Don't worry. Hey, I mean, at least you're not like South Park crew being hunted down ruthlessly by 500-pound super boss spontaneous Butte. I mean, seriously, deadly black butt cheeks.
Baby brother, mute yourself when they come into the room.
Not spoiled either.
Need to do what?
Mute yourself when the aunt and uncle come into the room because they may end up saying names and everything.
Okay, hang on.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Button. Hit the button. Hit the button. Button. Did you find the button? Find the button. 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 Button.
Like, I know, Burns, I'm not really. Of course, I'm a downer of it. Like, but I expect the worst because that's what I've always gotten. So it's like I'm trying to be really optimistic and I hope I get over this hurdle with him, but at the same time, I have to expect the worst.
I feel you. I'll time, and I'll time. They take a little work on the part of both parties.
Right. Like, yeah, he doesn't live far from me. Like, it's only a 6-hour drive, but right now we can't. We have other priorities. Like, yeah, we're both a priority. Like, I'm a priority to him, and he's a priority to me. But we have other priorities that
you have real life priorities.
Yeah, like, but we are going to meet though, and that's another thing. Like, that gets me down because you know how much you love somebody, and yeah, they're only a several hour drive away, but you can't be with that person, and that's all you want to do is just be with that person and be in their arms.
Well, of course, I want to be with the person that's willing to beat a barista to death as long as they, if they can't make my pumpkin spice latte right.
Well, you know, honey, how you say gingers don't have souls? I say communists don't have souls. That's my saying.
That's your saying?
Yes, communists don't have souls.
Well, actually, it's more my brother that says that because he tried to pull that with me, saying, well, you're related to us, so you're part ginger. I'm like, I'm part ginger, but I don't show it.
Mm.
I was like, and Burnside doesn't have a soul because I already took it.
Yep. And I'm psychotic to boot.
And I don't have a heart. I really don't care about some people. Like, those people that were hit with a tsunami. You live on a fucking island. That's you knew what you signed up for.
Okay, that's what I don't understand about people. Okay, they will build their houses near the ocean or build their houses on a fucking mountain. Okay, your house can fall off that fucking mountain anytime, and your house, if you're living near the ocean, tsunamis can come in. No.
Tsunamis, hurricanes, all that good shit.
Yeah. No. Like, yeah, hurricanes can still come make landfall and, cause damage and shit like that. But, I'm not, I'm not going to purposely, like, go buy a house on the fucking ocean. No. I'll take my chances. Like, I'll find a nice apartment, house or whatever, more inland. Like, shit can happen anywhere. Sinkholes, fucking, residential flooding from too much rain. Like, yeah, shit can happen. But further inland, yeah, your chances are way, way higher of not that shit happening than, say, you have your house on the side of a mountain or like the percentage of destruction is like way out there if you have your house built on either a mountain or built, on a
pretty much
the ocean.
If you build your house on the beach, expect that bitch to get washed away.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want people saying, "Oh, you should have sympathy for them." Why? Because they were dumb enough to build their house on a beach.
There's this thing called insurance. And no, I'm not talking about Obamacare. There's this thing called insurance for things that happen.
Yeah, insurance companies are crooked as fuck. You say you have $250,000 insurance policy on your house, and say it does $200,000 of damage. Yeah, and you're paying for $250, and it causes $200,000 worth of damage. Yeah, time you get and they come out and appraise it and everything, and they send you the check to start rebuilding, you'll probably get maybe $100,000, even though you paid for $250,000. Or
Not only that, when you live in Florida, you have to actually buy separate hurricane insurance.
Mhm.
All right, well then, there's this other thing. That other thing is called a Jew. A Jew lawyer. These are things that you definitely want to have. Insurance.
Right.
Jew lawyer. Because you will need insurance for, like, if you're on a mountain, say mountain explodes, you need insurance against mountain exploding. And in
Oh,
case you
no,
insurance
an
company,
insurance company does not have to cover that at all because they consider it an act of God.
and it Jew.
Yeah.
No, that's just it. A Jew came up with it.
And then even if you hire that said Jew lawyer or whatever, and you
Mhm.
sue them, you have to spend years in fucking court for them to finally, come to an agreement. Like, okay, yeah, we agree. We'll finally, yeah, we'll pay, but that shit takes fucking minimum 2 years, if not long.
It took me
Longer
2
than that.
years just to finally get the other insurance company to say, "Yeah,
What?
we know you were injured. We when I was injured in the car accident, we know you were injured. We know about centrifugal force. Yes, there was damage to your car, but we're just being dicks. We're not going to pay for you to, get healed up and everything."
What kind of Jews do you have by you? They take two kinds that I have over by me, or like something from like a lawyerly Dragon Ball Z cartoon, where like they literally like within a matter of like 3-4 court sittings can empty the pockets of your opposition thoroughly and have them incarcerated. Sometimes they magically get raped and commit suicide while incarcerated. But it's Cook County, so everyone just goes, don't question the lawyer. It's anti-Semitic to do that. Not supposed to be anti-Semitic. It's like that. I mean, damn. I mean, I'm normally the one bashing them all the time because, Rahm Emanuel and his cronies and this, that, and the other. But I mean, shit. You need to get some better Uden out there.
Well, this is what I don't understand about insurance companies, and I'd like to ask them this because, I mean, yeah, they'll probably fucking lie through their teeth and be like, give me
No,
some
actually,
fucking.
agents outside of the office will tell you the truth. If they're getting paid, they'll lie. They'll tell you what the insurance company wants you to hear. If they're not getting paid, they're going to tell you exactly the truth.
Right. Like, I just want to ask the insurance companies, like, okay, you're a multi-billion-dollar fucking corporation. You have fucking money. You have offices in pretty much all the states. Why do you fucking do what you do? You have your patrons that are paying insurance premiums to have said said coverage. And something happens, so whether it be fire, flooding, whatever, and they're paying for that,
Because we want you to buy and pay for more. My mom used to
no,
work for Nationwide
okay,
Insurance.
okay, yeah, okay. Say they buy everything, they get all types of fucking insurance, and they pay. Say their monthly payment is $2,000 for all those combined. Okay, you're paying that premium, and so forth, and the coverage is for fucking $250,000, $300,000, whatever. Okay, my question is to the insurance companies, they're paying for their fucking coverage, and something happens and it causes damage, and you come out to appraise it, and you see that it happened. Why is it you take fucking forever to give
Honestly,
them?
it depends on your income. We care as to whether or not you have the money to make us want to do this faster.
Like, that's just some bullshit, though. It's like, I'm paying this fucking premium to
This is
have.
why you need a Jew. I'm telling you. That will fix the problem.
Puddin', and I'm telling you, a Jew started this.
So you get a Jew to fight the Jew. literally throw shekels at one of them, and the both of them will fight over the shekels. It's guaranteed to work. Because there's one thing they both like, money. And the other thing they like, bullshit.
Or it's like, okay, say for example, medical insurance. Okay, yeah, some tests are expensive, like CT scans, MRIs, and shit.
Again,
Okay.
a Jew. The answer is going to be Jew.
But some insurances, like, they won't pay for, certain tests or shit because, even though it's what's the word I'm looking for, medically necessary for you to have this. Like with my insurance, I had to have a echocardiogram, which is the ultrasound of the heart. They didn't want to pay for it. And I had to jump through fucking hoops to get this test done. No, even though it's medically necessary, it's preventative care. And they didn't want to fucking pay for it. They wanted me to pay out of fucking pocket for this echocardiogram. Like, that's the fucking shit that pisses me off. Like, okay, this is not cosmetic surgery. This is not dental implants, fucking boob job, whatever. No, this is fucking preventative care. They're doing ultrasound of my heart because I do have heart disease does run in my family. I do have heart disease myself. And this is preventative care. This is a test to prevent something, or if there is something going on with my heart and that, it shows, okay, say, for example, if I needed heart surgery, I had a blood clot in my heart or something. Hey, Scoob.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You came in at the perfect time. We're quite literally and comically blaming everything on the Jordan.
Oh, okay, perfect timing.
Because we're talking about the flaws of insurance companies and how they're a bunch of bastards. And I was telling them, okay, you need to hire a Jewish lawyer, and they're like, that doesn't work because it's this company or that company, Jewish guy, so it cancels out. And I was like, what? What kind of inferior lawyers do you people have over there? Get better, you.
Florida man.
And then literally just became a troll of a Jew this, a Jew that, a Jew in a baseball bat,
But I just want to know why insurance companies, like, I would like to ask them, like, why are you motherfuckers so fucking crooked? Like, why is it, like, for medical insurance, you won't pay for this medication, you won't pay for that medication, or you won't pay for this test, and these are fucking preventative measures to prevent something that can, like, we're trying to slow down and, to keep me from dying. But you want to sit there and say, we're not going to pay for this, this, and this. Like, this shit is medically necessary. This is not cosmetic surgery, like, say boob jobs or Botox or, rhinoplasty or whatever. Like, that shit's, unless, a doctor can prove that it is medically necessary, that is causing, say, a rhinoplasty, which is a nose job. If nobody doesn't know that, if your nose gets broken and it heals, but it doesn't heal correctly, you will have abnormal bone growth that will obstruct your nasal airways. Okay, so, you have, yeah, and they have to go in and shave it off and everything. Like,
ow.
Yeah. Oh, if you ever Google rhinoplasty and they show they do a nose job and everything, yeah, you wouldn't want to have one, and you don't want to go get in a fight and you get your nose broke. Like, most of the time, yeah, your nose will heal correctly, and they'll reset it and it heals correctly. But there are times where, even though it's reset correctly, it can cause abnormal bone growth, and it can obstruct your airways.
Okay, then. I am very glad that I am happy with those that I have, and I don't have a Judendusen.
But no, I just like I said, I just want to ask the insurance companies. I'm paying set premium every month, or whether it be house insurance, medical insurance, whatever. And it's like and something happens to my house or whatever, and they're it costs I'm paying $250,000 for my coverage to have that coverage, and it does say $200,000 of damage, but they want to turn around. They take so long for you they issue the check, and they will fucking be like, oh yeah, it's $200,000. You got a $250,000 policy, but it did $200,000 worth of damage. But oh, we're only going to give you $175,000. Like, nah, that's just not like that's just fucking crooked as fuck. Like, and I just want to know why they are the way that they are. When they have a multi-billion-dollar corporation, they have, fucking offices in every fucking state of the 50 United States, and it's like, yeah, I just want to
Well,
know.
you ever seen the movie Fight Club?
Yes.
You remember when he's on the plane and he's explaining to the old woman sitting next to him how the car companies work, the insurance?
I've seen them. Like I said, I've seen the movie Fight Club. It's been a while, a
It's in the
long time.
very beginning.
Yeah, what he does, he explains to her that the reason that the airbags won't deploy at a certain speed and the reason the seatbelts fail and the brakes fail and whatever is whatever is most cost effective to comply to government regulations. And it sounds horrific, but that is actually how things work. And it's cliche because of how Hollywood has treated it, but my father's culture, they were famous, the Sicilians, for saying it's, nothing personal, it's just business. That ethic, that's actually it's very capitalist, and that's really what it is with the insurance companies is you signed a deal and you didn't read the fine print because they're complying to what they have to comply to as far as the fine print says. One of the things that our president got a lot of flack for is a lot of people were saying that they worked for him and they never got paid. Now, this is the thing. I've done some contracting myself in the past. When I say contracting, I'm talking like drywall and framing people, not like, up on a roof with a rifle. Fucking
Right. Yeah.
weirdos.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, people watching, I don't want them to get the wrong idea. But
Yeah.
and if you don't fill up to the stipulations of, like the contract, like if you don't hold up your end of the contract, which is what a lot of these people did, you're not going to get paid. And that was the thing. Like, one of the things to give you an idea was like one of the people when they did the carpet. I think that the edging of the carpet was supposed to be I don't know, 3/16 of an inch or whatever it was, and it was not 3/16 of an inch, and that's what was supposed to be on the contract. And so they put down all this carpet, and they either had to redo it at their own expense or not get paid for any of it. And that unfortunately is how the name of the game is. I've worked on professional jobs, and I've unfortunately lost entire days worth of pay because I've had to redo a whole job for free because I fucked up.
Like there's a saying that my one thing that my dad uh raised us and fucking drilled into us: do it right or not at all.
Yeah.
Like, you do it right the first time, you won't have to go back and spend all that energy uh having to redo something if you would have done it right the first time. And that,
Yeah.
and that's just how like insurance companies or construction is. Like, yeah, they want to save money, so yeah, they're going to cut corners, but as well, as long as it's up to code and but it's like if something is faulty and it causes say a fire or anything, and they can prove that they cut corners, they can be sued, and they would have avoided everything if they would have done it right the first fucking time. Like
Oh yeah.
that's how I've always been, because it's how I was raised. Do something right or not at all. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like the whole phrase of measure twice, cut once.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. And well, that's the thing you have to realize a lot with these insurance companies is like they have to reply to you within 90 days. So on day 89, they'll mail the thing out. That's how they roll.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to deal with. And, if it's where it's going to be 6 months that they have to respond, you're going to hear from them in, a day under the 6 month mark. That's just how it is. And,
Now, mind you, there are some insurance companies that actually give a shit.
well, yeah, the smaller ones, the mom and pops. Geico, it stands actually for Government Employee Insurance Corporation. So, yeah, good luck with that.
I don't like
Seriously.
Geico. I don't like Nationwide. I don't like State Farm. Allstate's pretty good. Progressive is really good. Those two, yeah. I will not. I have hit people, or no, excuse me. I've been hit. There's only one accident that's been my fault, but I've been hit by, uh, been in car accidents where it's not my fault, and I've had to deal with every insurance, Geico or Nationwide and State Farm, and yeah, they, the last wreck that I was in, I got rear-ended at 65, between 60 and 65 miles an hour. I was at a dead stop. It busted the rear end out of my car. I broke the steering wheel. It pinned my legs. It ripped the seatbelt. I got thrown over to the passenger side. I broke the rear view mirror off, broke the mirror in the passenger side visor, and broke the glove compartment. And I got like fucked up in an accident. But they had, I believe it was Nationwide, either Nationwide and State Farm or State Farm. But they didn't want to pay because they couldn't believe why my trunk didn't buckle. Like, it just busted. Like, the way that the guy hit me, it just, it hit just right, but it didn't, the trunk and everything didn't buckle. But the way he hit me, it busted the rear end out. Like, I could still drive the car, but when I would hit the brakes, it would shake back and forth really bad, side to side. So, and also, so they, totaled, they wrote it as totaled, but they wouldn't let me keep my rims. Like, that shit was going to go to the junkyard anyway, but it's like, let me keep my rims. Because I paid a pretty penny for, my rims. It's like the only way you can keep your rims is if you buy your car back for $300. But it took them a good while to give me a settlement check, and we come to an agreement like on the settlement money, and it's like, yeah, they're just fucking crooked as fuck.
I tell people go with farmers. The thing with farmers is it's literally farmers insurance. It's the insurance that people will buy for the farm.
Yeah.
If you had guys like back in the '60s and in the '70s, some of these guys like out in Iowa and shit, they were having like government shit like failed satellites and other things just crashing in their friggin' farm, and this insurance company would pay out.
Nice.
Seriously, farmers paid for anything.
I hate State Farm. They're the ones that, the person that hit the original car. Okay, so I was in a 4-car accident. I was the 4th car hit. They're like, well, there's not enough critical damage to your car. I was like, are you aware of what centrifugal force is? Because I have paperwork that shows that this accident caused me injury. Well, you didn't go to the ER. I don't have to go to the ER. I just have to see a doctor within 24 hours. They hated the fact that I knew their rules better than they did.
My car that I have that I'm trying to fix, the one that's not running right now, it's a little silver Ford Aspire. Everyone in the neighborhood called it the Silver Egg. And what had happened was
Silver
there
egg.
was, yeah, because of how small it is and it's shaped like an egg, because it's a little three door hatch. So I'm driving this thing, and I'm taking my wife to I think it was her physical therapy, and she was just being a bitch that she had to get there immediately. I'm like, why didn't you schedule it for like sooner, later rather, when you get off of work instead of like 15 minutes, so I don't have to drive like a maniac. And it's raining, and what had happened was these kids whose this kid's father was loaded and bought this kid a I think it was a 1976 Cutlass, and this kid pulled out in front of me and his car stalled.
Oh
And
shit!
yeah, and he didn't look. He literally just pulled right out of the gas station in front of me and stalled, and I slammed into him, and the car it just completely took the front end off of the car. And I remember because I'm fighting with this woman, and she's telling me, she's like, "Well, couldn't you swerve and go around?" I said, "I don't think you're understanding. Your client even said he was talking to his friend and not paying attention, and he just edged out into traffic. The kid even admitted to me, my father bought me this thing because I don't really know how to drive, and he just figured it would be safer for me."
Well,
Yeah.
definitely seeing as though you survived that fuck story.
Well, yeah. Well, this is the thing. My car is about the size of a Thule that you put on top of like an Explorer. So, yeah, I hit into this guy, and it completely destroyed the front end. All the pieces fell off. And unfortunately, when I went to my parts guy and I told him to get the pieces, um, I said to him, I'm like, "Nah, I really don't worry. I'm not worried about the color." And I said, because I was going to get it painted. And the pieces all come, and literally every piece is a different color. And I look at him, I go, "Did you do this on purpose?" He said, "I couldn't have pulled this if I tried." I'm like, "The car looks tutti frutti now." Because the car is literally now, I got like 6 pieces, and each one of them is a different color than the silver that the car was. So it's like red, green, yellow, orange, blue, uh, like you name it. It's basically it's every color of the rainbow. Yeah. So
Awesome. Scooby now drives the ferry mobile.
actually, since it's all these different colors, I started calling it the Easter egg.
It's the ferry mobile.
No, it was the silver egg. Now it's the Easter egg.
Ferry mobile.
But soon I'm getting a painted camouflage with flames on the front, and the flying tiger face, so it'll be the tiger egg.
You can just call it a pregnant roller skate.
That'll work too. I like it too because the car's really tiny, and everyone in the neighborhood was like, "Scoop, why the hell are you driving this little freaking car?" I said, "Well, three reasons. One, it's a Ford. Two, it's a 5-speed, and three, man's car is how he compensates." So
Big man in a little car. Like who was it? Chris Farley. He was
Tommy boy.
yeah. He was the. I didn't want to say fat because you're not fat, Scooby. But you're 6'1". You said what? You're 6'1", 6'2", 6'2", 2. You said 220. So
230.
230. So.
So you're literally driving a fruitmobile right now, Scoop.
No, I'm not even driving it. It's on the side of the house. I need to fix it. I don't have the bread right now to fix the transmission.
Ah.
Yeah. That's why I'm on foot. Well, either that or bicycle, depending.
Well, at least you'll be in shape, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay,
Not a problem.
I have a question. Okay, you know how you have like tall people or bigger people, and they drive small cars. Then you have little like skinny people, like I wouldn't say, well, yeah, skinny people, physically fit, however you want to say it. They drive these huge cars. Like, I've always wondered that. Like, yeah, I'm a big girl, not that damn big, but as everybody as the tribbles make me out to be. But I do have a '94 Mercedes Benz E320. Okay, it's a sedan. Like But I mean, I've drove small cars. Like let's see, I drove a Kia. But Kias are really good cars. I drove a Kia Sophia back when I was in high school.
I used to drive a Chevy Nova, and then later a Geo Metro.
Oh Lord, I haven't seen those cars in years. We used to have a few of those. I've always wondered that though. Like you see, you know, uh, like taller people or bigger people in small cars, and then you see these
Here it's
kids.
mostly you see the tall, big people. And I do mean that combination, the tall, big people in little red cars.
Like for me, my first car that I ever got was it was actually the same car that was in Rocky 3 and Smokey and the Bandit. It was I think it was a 77 or a 78, I forget which. It was a Trans Am. And you see, after that, the next car I had was a 1979 Cutlass. And let me see, after the Cutlass, my sister she actually owed me, I think it was either $45 or $65, I forget. And she gave me, it was 1979 Coupe de Ville, that because she owed me money. And let me see, the Coupe de Ville, it was modified. It had a 454 under the hood. I love this car. You see a couple of the other cars I had. I had a 5-speed Jeep Cherokee. Let me see, what was it? It was I think it was a Pioneer, a Jeep Cherokee Pioneer. It was an '85. That was the one I think I told you. It had no exhaust on it. It was just open headers. I drive that thing through the neighborhood and set off every car alarm in like a 3-block radius.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it was lifted up too. It was just a beast. And I remember because I got that off a buddy of mine who was overseas in the Marines, and he sold it to me. And it was under the understanding that when he came back, if I didn't want it anymore, he'd buy it back off of me. And I remember my father forced me to scrap the thing. And I'm like, Dad, the guy who's going to want it when he comes back. He's like, oh, don't be ridiculous. And sure enough, he came back looking for the thing. And my father at the time, he was a bit of a curmudgeon. He did not honestly. He thought that I was, pulling his leg about this Marine. And I told him, I said, no, he sold it to me under the understanding he was going to buy it back when he got back out of the Marines, back on leave. And he came around looking for it, and it was gone. But to be fair, that thing, pieces were falling off of it left and right.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have your dad explain it to this Marine so that the Marine didn't kill you?
No, he wasn't. He was actually really cool with me. And, no, he knew my father was a veteran, and he respected my father because, this was when my father was still with us and he was still healthy. And we had the flagpole out in front of the house. And, I remember it had the American flag, and then right underneath that, the New York State flag, and then right underneath that was the flag, United States Department of the Navy. So, yeah, this guy knew exactly what type of house he was walking into.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Like, I used to joke a lot when I was younger. I used to, me and my brother used to constantly call this what number did he give it? I can't remember the number, but he used to call it like the Coast Guard outpost for their auxiliary dinghies. Like to bust the old man's shoes when he put the flag up. So, well, he gave it some some number. It was like some sort of joke with the military. I can't remember it exactly, but it was he'd say things like that. My brother always had like some wise ass remark about it. Ugh. So, was Santa good to you guys?
I got Harley
Oh,
Quinn
man.
pajama pants.
You got
Santa
what
was
now?
real good to me.
Harley
Sadly,
Quinn
though,
pajama pants.
Mm.
I got let's see, I got earrings, salon shampoo. I got a jacket. It's purple because purple is my favorite color, and shoes.
Oh, very cool. Let me see.
Nice.
Got really good turkey dinner and some slippers, a couple pairs of pants and some shirts. I'm thankful. You got to be thankful for everything that, anything and everything, because even anything, there's some people that get nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Be
think
thankful.
I think as we get older, um, like Christmas has changed for me, um, because I can get presents any time of the year, and so like now that I'm older, I really don't expect anything on Christmas. Like my whole thing is, I just my family lives around. Like my brother lives 2 miles up the street. My other brother lives a good 4 or 5 miles down the other way. Like, and the only family member that isn't here is my oldest sister, and she lives 3,000 miles uh, on the other way on the west coast. But and like I was sitting here today in my room, and not all the family showed up, but the ones that did show up, like I was just sitting there listening to them, and like all they were doing was just talking shit about each other, or just like talking shit about this person. It's like, really, this is the fucking holidays. Like we yeah, we have a constant reminder of what our my middle sister did. Was because we haven't cleaned up the building yet, where she burnt it down and shit. But like, and she's not allowed back on the property and so forth. But I was just sitting here listening, and it's like, really, it's the damn holidays. Like, why can't we just eat, drink, and be merry? Like, just
Mm.
sitting here just talking shit about people, and it's like that just broke my heart. Like, I don't care about getting presents or whatever. Yeah, we do get to see each other all the time, but like my middle brother didn't show up, and it's like, like what is family coming to? Like, I remember growing up as a kid, like we would all be here, you know, together, eating and having fun, and like, nah, it was me, my mom, my oldest brother, and his kids, and my aunt, and that was it. And it's like that, like to like yesterday and today has just been like really bad. But I was just sitting here listening to them, and it's like, really, yeah, we know our sister, my mom's daughter. Yeah, she fucked up, and she fucked up bad. Okay, yeah, we've all talked shit about her. But it's today's Christmas. This is the holidays. Like, can we just not talk shit about each other for once? Can we just like talk about news, politics, whatever? Just stop fucking just talking shit about each other for one day. But like it just broke my heart, that's all. Like,
I'm sorry, that sucks.
yeah, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I had a
But
Christmas.
I was very antisocial today. Just like what happened last night and shit like that. I just wanted to be by myself, so I didn't go in there and talk to them. I needed to be by myself, so I stayed in my room and slept, or I was on my phone. But most of the time I slept. So yeah. But when I was awake and I was just like sitting here listening to them, like it just, yeah. Sorry, being a Debbie Downer. I'm sorry, guys. It's like,
We
Yeah, it's
are
all
used
good.
to it. And regrettably, it's kind of how it is. So, I mean, I'm not going to interject and tell you, oh, be all happy and chipper and stuff and have some meat and smile, fucker.
I I take it as it comes. Like, yeah, a lot of people ask me, "Oh, you make it look so easy." It's like, how are you such a strong person? Oh no, it's not easy being me. Like, the one place I can't escape from is my own thoughts in my own head. Like, the only time I can escape that is when I'm asleep, and I still can't escape it. And it's just like I can be crying, like, and then I can wipe that shit off and then go in there and act like nothing. Like, I can put a smile on my face and you would never know anything was wrong. Like, I hide it that well. And it's like, nah, yeah, I am a strong person and I can, you know, take the hits as they come, but nah, like, it's not easy being me. Like, it's hard being strong all the fucking time, like, all the time. And it's like I try not to let shit get me down, but I am human and I do have emotions and I do have feelings, and I'm just like really hard on myself. Like, really super fucking hard on myself. Because I'm like, no, I gotta be this perfect person. I gotta please everybody. I gotta make sure everything's exactly right. That's how I am all the time. And if I fuck up one, once, twice, fucking, 10 times, I will turn around and sit there and beat myself up because I fucked up. Like, I know, I'm just a
Damn, you're way hard on yourself.
Yes, I am. I'm really hard on myself, really hard, and that's how I've always been. Because it's like, yes, I know perfection doesn't exist, but
Yeah.
I do try to be this perfect person, and when I do fuck up, and I know I fucked up, like, I'm just really, 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 really fucking hard on myself, and I help like there's times I hate myself because I fucked up. And that's just how I am. Some people understand that, some people don't, and then there's some people that don't care. Like, and they think they know me, or they think they can, judge me by the people I associate with, or that's how they think my character is because I, associate with, people that they don't like, or, whatever. And it's like, nah, like, like that saying, your friends make who you are. No, whoever I'm friends with, like, that does their their lifestyles or their choices that they make does not influence me. I am my own fucking person. I make my own decisions, and just because you know, they've y'all they've messed up, or they whatever, doesn't mean that I'm doing the same thing, or I am going to do the same thing. My character is my character. I and you can't, like, base who I'm friends with or who I associate with, whatever, acquaintances, coworkers, whatever. You can't sit there and be like, "Oh, well, she's like that too." Nah. But yeah, that's just how I see it. Like, cuz
Damn.
I've got friends from all different walks of life, and that they've done fucked up shit too and whatever, but that doesn't make me, I'm gonna do what they've done. Like,
Sounds like you might need therapy or something. I
what?
mean, sounds like therapy might help you because got a big burden on your shoulders you're taking. That's what I'm understanding from what you're telling me.
Yeah, I do. Because I try to fix everybody. When like I put myself on the back burner, guys. Like, and I tried to fix everything, make everybody happy, fix everybody, okay, you're unhappy with this person, okay, all right, we're going to do, okay, what is it that they're doing that I need to address to them so we can fix this? Okay, all right. And if I fix that, but that other person's not happy, even though we fixed everything, and it's always something else. Like, oh, okay, we fixed that problem. Okay, oh well, I'm not happy with this, and it's like I'm doing all this, and it's like, and I put myself on the back burner, and I just try to. I'm a people pleaser. Like I try to.
I think that might be the problem. You're so worried about pleasing everyone, you're not going to please yourself. You're going to drive yourself loony. Just focus on pleasing yourself. Fuck what the rest of the people think. Unless there's somebody you genuinely care about.
Right.
Right? Because if you stretch your way every which direction, you're going to wind up splitting.
Yeah.
Like psychologically or physically, depending on what it is you're trying to do.
Right. And I take it out on people that I love and I care, and it's like
it happens, man.
Yeah. And I'm just, I'm like, I'm just like really, really stressed. That's all. But it, like the shit that happened yesterday.
All right, well, don't let it bog you down. As yesterday, do your best to work at it. Don't worry about it. It's and try and not be a people. Do what you gotta do.
Right.
Change what you want to change for you, for someone you genuinely give a shit about something.
Right.
Like that.
Yes, and that
if
is.
People are whining and griping about shit. Let them whine and gripe.
Right.
Do what they're gonna do.
And the person that I'm changing for myself, and the person that I hurt, it's a work in progress. I want to change. I want to get better.
It's time, and all in due time.
Yes, all in due time. But this person has to understand this didn't happen overnight. It's not going to change overnight. I'm going to fuck up. And if he loves me the way he says he does, just be patient with me.
Wait for him to come. No?
I'll wait as long as possible. Like, I'll wait until, like, because waiting because there's a saying, waiting is a true sign of a person like being. Hold on, I have to find it right quick. It's
take your time to go find it. I'm gonna continue to do my best to play Dr. Phil here. Start talking like this. Try and tell you that I'm actually an electrician, a doctor, but I try to do a good job at it, Sarah.
I know where I can exactly find it. Let me go. Let me scroll through.
While you do that, I'm gonna act like we're cutting a commercial break, even though we don't have commercials. We're not a syndicated television show.
Oh my god, there's so many messages. Okay, here it is. Where did I see it? Nope.
Back from the break. Sarah was gonna go ahead and tell a lovely about how she's trying to not fuck up. Do you have that quote, Sarah?
What?
I'm just trying to make it not horribly depressing.
I know, I'm
trying to do the Dr. Phil thing.
You're kind of creepy at it.
Well, I'm not the best Dr. Phil out
When you
there,
go to
so
Joker
yeah.
for a shrink.
I know the Joker pretty good because I'm Mark Hamill thinks he's for me his voice is relatively easy.
Okay, where did I know I sent it to this person?
It is buried somewhere.
Oh,
So we're gonna
come
go to
on.
commercial break now. Sarah goes and digs around for her.
Okay, it's not there. All right. I know I have it. And I know I sent it to this person. I know I sent it to him, so I'm looking for the exact.
It's here somewhere. Killing me, Sarah. Oh, Grace. Ah, shit.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna get.
Oh, here it is. I found it. It says, waiting is a sign of true love and patience. Anyone can say, I love you, but not everyone can wait and prove it's true. And I will wait for him as long as possible. I'm not a type. I have this mentality. I don't give up and I don't abandon people. Yeah, I will sit there and say, I'm going to give up or I'm going to break up with you and so forth, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just fucking talking out of my ass. Like, that's because I'm just so fucking hard on myself. Like,
You know, I think, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the repeated exposure over and over again during the holidays to The Wizard of Oz and Christmas Story and March of the Wooden Soldiers nonstop, I think it affects you psychologically, you know? Because, I don't know. I've been like getting bombarded with this shit for the past couple of days, and I think it's starting to affect my grip on reality. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
And now that we're back
You
from
had a
our
grip on
commercial
reality?
Yeah, yeah, shocking, ain't it?
okay, Burnside, I don't know if you heard it. Okay, I found it. It says, waiting is a sign of true love and patience. Anyone can say, I love you, but not everyone can wait and prove it's true.
break. That's sweet.
And then,
Can I stop playing Dr. Phil now?
okay, I'm going to read one more
It's gonna
thing,
be
and then we can
okay.
start playing Dr. Phil. Okay, I wrote this. It says, if you're going to fall in love with me, here are some things you should know beforehand. I cry often, whether it's during a movie, a sad song on the radio, or a regular Sunday morning. I'll cry even when I speak of things that have hurt me, even if they no longer hurt anymore. I am afraid of being left. I am afraid of not being good enough. I will tell you the ways in which I hate myself and not believe a single word you say when you disagree with each and every reason. You can tell me you love me countless times, but I will still be afraid of you leaving me. Don't blame yourself. I have to expect the worst because I always get the worst. When I fall in love with you, I will love each crack in your skin and every freckle of light in your eyes. I will fall in love with the way you look while you're sleeping and the way your mouth curves when you say my name. I can be difficult to love, but for me, loving you will always be so easy. All I ask is that you don't give up on me, and in return, I will never give up on you. And I will love you with my entire heart. And if one day you decide to leave, I will still think highly of you. I will still remember the kind hearted person you are. Yeah.
Oh. Now, everyone remember, take notes. Not very often, we'll tell you this important shit.
I know. I'm a big fucking. I know I'm a fucking mess right now, and that's another thing.
Don't
I
worry
laugh.
about it.
I know. I'm laughing, but that's a defense mechanism. I laughing because it's hiding like what I truly feel because I don't want to break down on air. I don't want to cry or anything, so I'm laughing even though I'm really crying inside. I know this is. I just turned this into like the biggest fucking Debbie Downer stream ever.
You're fine.
I'm just, oh God, oh. I mean, at least it's not having to deal, like, at least it's something different. Like, it ain't what we've been going through, guys, for the last 7 months, but, like, but see, that's one thing, like, I can count on you guys because y'all are my friends, and I know the decent, kind-hearted, big heart.
I'm decent and kind-hearted? Who the fuck told you that?
Because, Tara, you've chewed my ass out. You keep it 100, and you're coming from a place because you care. You let me know when I'm fucking up or if I fucked up, or, you know, you give me pointers like a real friend.
We are your Dr. Phil, buddy, so it's all good. We are your Dr. Phil.
No, y'all are my, y'all were truly genuine, and you're my friends. I consider you
man.
my
We're
friend.
Dr. Phil. I mean, yeah, chick.
Like, we keep each other in check. Like, and we're fucking, like, we're thick. Might as well say we're thick as thieves. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't care, what people say about us. Like, yeah, of course it's going to affect us, but like, we keep it 100, and if one of us is going through something, like, we all have each other's backs, and like, that shit's rare. Like, people throw that term friend around too many fucking times, and they don't know what the definition of that is. But you have, several people on this panel, like on this stream, that we are really good friends. We've been through thick and thin and hell and high water with each other. And like, we are like ride or die. Like,
I've even dealt with people trying to give away my boyfriend.
Yep.
But again,
D20, you failed.
I won. They lost. Hee hee.
It's like this. Let someone try to take Sean away from me. I'll knock a bitch out. He's mine and I'm his.
Knock him out as if you're snapping into a Slim.
That's right.
Pardon me. It's the best way I deal with motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're going through a rough patch right now. I reread the shit that he's told me, like what he sent me this morning, early this morning. Like, but I'm not giving up. I'm not losing hope. I have faith. Yeah, he's hurt right now. I completely understand. This is
time, man. Just give it time, sir.
Yeah.
Man.
Stop it! You're actually being fucking creepy. Stop.
I'm trying.
He's not being creepy.
No, I'm talking about Burnside.
Yeah, no, he's not being creepy.
No, it's creeping me out. He needs to stop.
If I don't stop, you're gonna have nightmares about Dr. Phil or something.
If you don't stop, when I come up there, I'm just gonna hit you in the nuts and then walk away.
Burnside, please continue.
God.
But y'all do want babies, right? So you can't really hit him in the nuts because you don't want to break the
No, see,
hardware.
no. I will tell it like it is. He wants kids. I'm willing to give him kids.
But you can't break the hardware that.
Then
I love
he,
this. You're creeped out by
You're
my
right.
Dr. Phil impersonation. Everyone else is saying it's awesome. Please keep doing it.
then he needs to go right now and freeze some sperm, because if he continues doing this, he's not going to be able to perform.
You'll have a Johnny Knoxville dick there. Burns eye.
Uh,
It's too funny.
But like, one of my
I don't know,
friends said,
Scooby. You do a Dr. Phil impersonation.
I
I
can't
don't think
do
your
it.
testicles are gonna get threatened.
I can't do an impersonation of him.
Oh, damn it, man! What?
If I could talk any way other than this, I would talk that way. Believe me.
"Well, Sarah, well, I'm gonna let you know something here, darling. You fucking up." Because he's from Texas. I had to, because I've lost my accent over the years. But if I get pissed off, or if I really want it to like, what's
Oh,
the
that's
like,
going to sound all Texasy and stuff.
yeah, like make the accent really come out. I can.
I mean, I think you have an accent. I don't know if it's Texan or not.
No, it's North Carolina, but I've lived on the West Coast for 10 years, so it's not as thick as it used to be, but I can make it thick.
I
We're
can hear
gonna
it clear as day.
where you gonna go over here? Oh, darling, let me tell you. Bless your heart. Oh, Sarah. Oh, I can do a perfect impersonation of my cousin Wanda. She's got a squeaky voice. And I thought, when I first came back, and she gave me her number, and I called her, and I thought it was her granddaughter that answered the phone.
God, that's funny.
She's like, "No, Sarah, it's your cousin Wanda. And I've all grown up, but the voice is still there." And she sounds just like that. What I just did, it is. I literally, when she first answered the phone, I thought it was her granddaughter, and I was like, "Oh, is your grandma around?" And she's like, "Sarah, it's me. It's Wanda. It's your cousin. Yeah, I've all grown up, but yep, I still have my voice." It was hilarious. I was like, "Oh, my bad." And I'm seriously, guys, she does really sound like that.
I'll
But
take
I
your
love
word
my
for it.
That's fucking terrible.
but I love her to death, and if I needed something, like right now, it's 12:04 a.m. If I needed her to come pick me up, all I have to do is call her up, and she'd be here. Like,
it is officially no longer Christmas.
Yeah.
Alright.
Happy
Now,
Boxing
go-
Day, everybody.
where's Irv at? He's getting ready for his boxing match.
Here's the box Justin Trudeau. Then he's going to go on a date with Riley Dennis.
It's Boxing Day because it's the day off for the servants who box up all the presents. That's what Boxing Day is. It's the day off for everybody who works in the stores and everything.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they run things differently in Britain and in Canada. That's what it's based off of. It's a British holiday, and the Canadians also celebrate it.
God, that's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just more useless shit I've learned over the years. Well, then again, it's not useless. I got a Canadian I can talk to about it, so there's that.
Well, that's always a plus.
Yep.
I'm
Where is
I'm
Irv right now?
working on a picture.
Is Irv still playing Tarzan right now?
Probably.
Regrettably,
Okay.
I think so.
That was funny what we were talking about in our group DM. Waxing. And I said, "Yep, get the you said Scooby about him needing some kind of wax to wax all that because he's Calabrese, and then and after he waxes and stuff, and I was like, yeah, cue the baby oil up, get the baby oil, lather up."
Well, I was saying because he's Galabrese, he has to use as much wax as my uncle Gasparo would put 2 coats of it on his Buick. That's all. I was taking a shot at him of being a hairy Dago. That's what that was. Oh, hello, Patches.
I've seen him shirtless. He ain't exactly hairy.
He's from the heel of the boot. He's got the hamburger meat going on. He probably just uses the same razor on his face that he does on his chest.
You know, waxing does not hurt as. I mean, yeah, everybody's pain tolerance is different, but I wax and it does not hurt. Like,
You couldn't pay me enough.
I mean, once after the first, you rip off the first one, it's pretty much downhill after that. It's like, okay, here comes the. But there's different types of wax too. There's, the warm wax. There's cold wax. No, it's just okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Rip that shit off. Like, yeah,
Couldn't pay me.
waxing don't bother me. Like, I want to get up the money to just have that shit lasered off. Like, where it won't ever grow back.
Painful as hell.
I knew a guy. He always said he wanted to get his mohawk lasered. That way, he didn't have to ever go to a barber again.
But
I don't know if that'll actually work. I told him, I said, "Yeah,
No.
go right ahead and try it."
No, anywhere your hair grows, your arms, your legs, your underarms, your private area on your head. No, they can laser it and cinch the hair follicle, the pore, to where the hair won't grow back ever.
damn.
Mm-hmm.
Pity then.
It's permanent. But at the same time, he said he wanted to get it where he didn't have to go to the barber. Well, what if he gets tired of that damn hairstyle? His hair won't grow back where it's been lasered off.
I know. Well, I didn't say the guy was smart. I just said this was his plan.
Never said he made a rash decision. Just mentioned it.
I mean, yeah, he can get wigs and shit, but like that shit, wearing a cap, because you have to put it like, depending on what type of wigs you have, like that shit will get old too, because that shit gets hot up underneath there, and even though you put like a stocking on there, like the cap, and then you adjust the wig and stuff, like that shit still like. And that shit gets expensive too, because there's different types of wig. Like there's the longer the wig, and if it's real human hair, like that shit gets expensive like real quick. And like with synthetic wigs, you cannot have any type of heat toward it. No hair dryer, no straightener, no nothing. That shit will fucking melt like plastic. No.
Mm.
And like there's like different type of excuse me, extensions. Like they can do they use this kind of like, it's like a soldering iron or type of thing. You crush this bead, and then you like, it bonds it. It's called bonding, and you bond that to the hair. And they come in like little strands, like I'd say probably about a half an inch wide, and they're just like it. I've sit there and had to do extensions like that. That shit takes time, and that's why extensions are expensive. Like when you go to your hairstylist and you see these women that get extensions like that shit is expensive. Like you have clip-ons, you have braided in, like, and then you have the ones with the bead on there, and then you break you take a pair of pliers and crush the bead, and then you take this like looks like a soldering iron almost, and you bond it to the hair. Like, no, that shit gets expensive.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. Hey, Aircraft Sparky.
Yeah, I didn't notice him exactly either.
Well, I'm working on a photo. I'm doing some digital work here, so.
I'm dicking
Hey,
around myself.
Aircraft Sparky.
No, I think the poor bastard feels left out now that we were kind of like, oh, you were trolling and we didn't notice you.
Sparky says Burnside looks like a Waffle House short order cook.
He keeps making a thing. Penis.
Penis.
Baby brother, is the name of your avatar Tanya the Evil?
Yeah, it's from Saga of Tanya the Evil. It's Tanya the Gurchov.
Aircraft Sparky says, give away Burnside. Who wants him? Bah ha 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 ha.
He's not intentionally being a dick. That's why I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not
Sparky,
affected.
he's good people. Like,
He's trying to be funny. I appreciate you.
I would say Sparky is funny. I've chatted with him off air and private Discord calls and private hangout, offline hangouts. Like, Sparky's good people. He really is. He'll tell you straight up, like, I'm not taking sides. And he's like, I'm gonna laugh at both sides. He's not shit stirring or anything like that. Like, he's decent people. He's got a good heart. He's like, I trust Sparky. Like,
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, oh, okay, you're here.
Yeah, he'll take jabs at you. He'll shit talk and shit like that, but
I'm cool. I'm happy.
He's not, maliciously doing it. He's just trying to be funny. And he says he's a teacher. I would love to have, if I was one of his middle school students, I'd love to have him as a teacher. Because I'd be just doing shit just to...
Jesus, dog. Oh, my God. Oh.
Just to, like, try to piss him off.
Did he crop dust you?
Terrace, he just walked into the pillar of his love.
I didn't walk into nowhere. He's laying here sleeping and he let one rip. Oh, my God.
Well, he says, here, mommy, enjoy the pillar of my love.
Oh.
He brings you tidings of good joy. There you go.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Merry belated Christmas.
Hey guys, I gotta hop out because it's 12:15 already.
Sure.
You guys gonna be around tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be playing video games with my brother, but yeah.
I'll be.
All right, cool.
I have to get up around 8:30 because I have a doctor's appointment at 10:20. So, and I can't miss this appointment. But I'll be available after lunchtime.
All right, so I'll hit you guys up then as soon as I'm around in the morning. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Merry Christmas.
Good night.
Night.
Merry Christmas too. Sweet dreams.
Yep. Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. It's after midnight, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call it.
Okay.
So, anyone got anything they want to show?
Oh, yes, because I actually did have someone ask me this. EJS.com was asking when the hell I'm actually eventually going to get the next part of Backline, because he's literally sitting on pins and needles waiting. I'm sorry it took this long. Got stuff for 6. Bobby needs to stop losing shit on. Swear to God. Every other now and again when I talk to him, hey, where'd we put the files from? Where'd we put the files from? And literally I'm like, hook up the computer and go to the folder on the desktop that says Backline. Like, I got some stuff that's not in there, and I'm like, why? So, don't worry. Getting it done. One of these days when I'm not working, I'll be over there, get it done, and now that I have a way to contact you, I will let you know immediately when it's done.
Okay, well, and I'm going to work on my Eagle video after the holidays, since Burnside never got around to fucking doing it.
See, backline isn't the only thing I haven't gotten to do.
Sweetie, you got a backline in when you were supposed to be doing my video. Fuck off.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Forgot.
So I have someone that after the holidays is going to tell me how to remove sound and put in music. So have a good night, everybody, and talk to y'all later.
Bye. Good night.
Good
Merry
night,
Christmas.
everybody.